Okay, so these are the ingredients we're going to be using. Here I have about 2 pounds of beefsteak meat. If you cannot find this type of meat in your local grocery store, you can use round steak meat or milanesa meat, just as long as it's thinly sliced, just like this, and it has some fat on it. And then here we have 4 Roma tomatoes, 1 white medium onion. We have some salt, some pepper, some ground comino, and some garlic powder. And we have 1 whole raw jalapeno. So these are the ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is my meat. It has been rinsed and dried. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut it up into small square pieces. So this is kind of how you want to cut it. You see how it's little small pieces, just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut up the rest of the meat. So now let's just go ahead and grab a large skillet pan, just like this. We're going to put it like on medium low heat, kind of work up medium low heat. So because I'm using a stainless steel pan and it's not a non-stick, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of oil on the bottom of my pan, just so that fat can go somewhere. So this is the meat already cut up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of get the idea of how I cut it. So let's go ahead and add it to our pan. Gonna add it all. Let's go ahead and move that around. So because I'm using a stainless steel pan, now I'm gonna pick up my heat to about medium high. So if you're using a non-stick pan, you wouldn't have to put oil because the fat from the meat would render and it would be just enough. Now this kind of meat is the same type of meat you would use to make like the street tacos. That's what they call it, the Mexican street tacos. You would just cut it up a little bit more finer, but this is the type of meat you would use. This meat right here, yeah. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning it. I like to season my food as I go. So let's put some salt. The only thing, guys, is that I don't have exact measurements when it comes to this dish. So this is going to be one of those where you make it and then later you'll be like, oh, I think it needs a little bit more of this next time. So this is a dish you will perfect as you go making it. More than one time. So I'm going to put some pepper. Let's add some garlic powder. And let's add some ground comino. Comino does go a long way, so use a little at a time. It's a very strong flavor. Oh, it really smells good. Okay, so now on this part, my meat, you're going to see water kind of like, I don't know, water come out of the meat. I don't know how to say it. But it's going to start to fry once the water starts to evaporate, like it is here. You'll start to hear it. So it's starting to fry, as you can see. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, you want to see how fried you want the meat. I don't like it very fried. my sister does when she makes it. So this is going to be just perfect for me. So let me kind of show you. You see it? It's fine. So what we're going to add to this, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our onion. I went ahead and cut up the onion just like this, kind of like in dice. Well, my version of diced cutting. This is a whole medium white onion, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. Just like that. Okay. Let's add a little bit of seasoning. Let's add just a little bit of comino, a little bit of garlic powder, some salt, and some pepper. And I'm adding a little bit at a time. So now that my onions have gotten soft, I'm gonna go ahead and add the jalapeno to it. Just like this. Now I'm going to add my tomato. This is 4 Roma tomatoes. Now we're gonna add some water because I don't like it dry. I like to have just a little bit of juice to it. So maybe about, what is it? I'll take 1/4 cup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrape the bottom of my pan because all the little flavors down there. So let's go ahead and season it up. Our salt, pepper, garlic powder, and our comino. Add some more water. So let's add a little bit more seasoning. So I ended up adding the whole 1/2 cup of water. So you can do this here, just like that. Can you guys see? It looks really, really good. Let me give it a taste. What does it need? It needs a little bit more garlic flavor. Some comino. Some pepper. And some salt. Just like that. We're going to continue to let this cook, so we're going to put a lid on it, and I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like at the end. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the BISTEC Ranchero, and this is what it looks like. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is a dish that once you make it, you're going to know how to make it every time. You can add more or less veggies. But yeah, this is how it looks. The gravy kind of thickens up as it cooks. This is best served with Mexican rice and with corn tortillas. You can have refried beans on the side. That's usually how it's really served. But this is how we like to have it here at home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys give it a try. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.